What you're looking at are exactly the kind of videos that brands and film studios pay thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars for. Seedance 2.5 just dropped, and I've been testing it the entire morning. I can confidently say that this is the first video model that can actually generate super cinematic shots that are up to 30 seconds long with perfect lighting and incredible details. So in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what the new model can do, how it compares to Seedance 2.0, and how you can get the maximum out of it. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, if you've been trying to create amazing content with AI, then you already know the biggest bottleneck. Now, before today, models maxed out at about 15 seconds. And if you wanted to create a longer narrative or something like a full commercial, then what you needed to do was stitch clips together. And that ultimately led to inconsistencies, and at least for me, always meant hours of editing. And even then, it always felt like the story was rushed. But just watch what happens and what we unlock when Seedance 2.5 is given a heavy action prompt. You get a stable 30-second output in a single generation. And because we get those full 30 seconds natively, the drama actually has time to develop, so you feel more of the full story and not just a clipped version. Now, I just want to take a second, stop here, and talk about the visual effects, because honestly, they're on a whole nother level. Simply put, 2.5 nails it. It looks absolutely incredible, especially when you compare it with the older model with 2.0. Now, the smoke, the glow, the slow motion, you can tell right away that the gap is huge. Now, let's watch another one. The pacing in Seedance 2.5 isn't rushed. You get those pauses at the exact right moment, and notice that little camera shake. It almost looks like it was shot on that bolt motion rig that actually cost $140,000. Now, add a cameraman on top of that, and those $140,000 can easily become $300,000 total. But actually getting 30 seconds of video is only half the job. Now, to keep people watching, especially if you're doing UGC or lifestyle content, the thing is that footage cannot look like AI. Look at Seedance 2.0 on the left. The lighting is completely uniform. Her face has this plasticky effect to it. The camera feels like a generic fake fisheye lens. It's okay, kind of, but ultimately anybody in the audience can spot it immediately. Now, look at the one that's made with 2.5. Here's the shift that you need to catch. This model can actually understand real camera optics. Watch the shadows when she raises her hand to block that blinding midday sun. The shadows bend across her face realistically. You can see the distinct silhouette of her palm and of her thumb. I mean, it even captures the realistic micro movements of the muscles around her eyebrows as she squints. This isn't just a slightly better image. I mean, we've actually already reached a point where an everyday viewer practically cannot tell that this is AI, which is exactly why this is the greatest unlock for anyone doing lifestyle or UGC content. All right, so obviously the technology is incredible, but raw looks mean nothing if you don't know what kind of video to create. And right now, the Odyssey movie is trending hard. People are obsessed with ancient Greek history again, which means that there's a massive emerging trend for explainer videos. Now, when a trend like this hits, we basically adapt those mechanics and recreate the content. Except, if you tried to make a video like that a week ago with Seedance 2.0, it fell completely flat. The character's face, again, had that plastic effect to it, the lighting felt fake, and honestly, everything else was simply not good enough to hold viewers' attention. Now look at this new version. This is exactly what Seedance 2.5 unlocks. Notice the visual style here. It's fast-paced, a paper-style explainer, but at the same time, it's layered directly on top of cinematic footage that looks incredibly real. Now, here's my favorite part. The reason this video works, the psychological why behind it, is the massive visual contrast. On one hand, you have this hyper-realistic, high-end fashion commercial lighting clashing with perfectly surreal 2D paper cutout cutouts like modern pop culture metrics like his biggest opening and $700 million in 12 days. And the algorithmic why? Well, honestly, those fast-paced edits, the paper tear wipe transitions, the bold typography popping up over a realistic film camera. It opens a loop in your brain that you physically need closed. And that signals to YouTube that this is a high production editorial commercial, which drastically increases your retention. Now, Seedance 2.5 is coming to Higgsfield. But you don't have to wait to start building your system because today they're already running a massive pre-sale event. And honestly, there's only one manual step to get your whole pipeline ready. So head over to the link in the description. That's going to take you to Higgsfield, where you can actually unlock their 14-day unlimited Seedance deal. You can use Seedance 2.0 for flawless 4K delivery right now. And the second that 2.5 drops, you have unlimited access to that as well. But I want to be completely transparent with you guys because ultimately I'm not here to hype up a tool that you haven't gotten your hands on yet. Now, is Seedance 2.5 perfect at absolutely everything? No way, right? I spent the whole morning testing it. If you want unmatched cinematic lighting, realistic physics, heavy 30-second long takes, and true lens emulation, then 2.5 is the undisputed king of AI video. It's impressive all the way and in all of those factors. But at the same time, they claim that it would be able to handle up to 50 video inputs at once. I tested it and it doesn't really work well beyond 20 right now. It's also locked to 720p, which means that if you have a massive wide shot, some faces are still going to smudge a bit. 4K is promised out in the future, but it's really not here just yet. Now, does having access to Seedance 2.5 mean that you're gonna wake up and you'll have 1 million views tomorrow? Maybe, but probably not. But what you do have right now is actually a tool that lets one person create at a speed and at a quality that used to require millions in studio budget. So go out there, deliver value to your audience, and I'll see you guys in the next one.